Here we go. We're live.
What
Yeah.
now?
Straight into it.
Cool. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our, I don't know, is this like the 5th live stream we've done on this kind of thing? Must be something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Welcome to approximately the 5th live stream. We're going to be talking about some rap today. Sean's put up another video a couple of weeks back, so we'll be discussing that and also going through some ideas that people have sent in. Let's get stuck in. So, how's everyone doing? You guys had a good couple of weeks. We missed last week because I was not well, but I'm better now. So,
I didn't say how you feeling, man.
Some rap. Yeah, pretty good, thanks. I don't know. It's just that kind of time of year, isn't it, where everything's kind of cold and miserable, and
Yeah,
we seem to get ill. But yeah, better now. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, feeling pretty good.
I'm
Excellent.
channeling Robert De Niro.
Why are you channeling Robert?
I don't know. It just seems like everything. Anytime someone said like, and it's not just because like you watch him in movies, and you know he's a great actor and all the rest of it. But when you like watch him in an interview, he does have that thing where he's just like, it's like, oh, so how do you feel? How do you feel about? What's your opinion on? It's just like, yeah.
Just be on the fence and everything, and you're safe.
Yeah, like almost not quite not committing, but just like almost like an Italian Zen type.
Italian Zen.
Thing. Yeah, like an Italian Zen.
Just life goes on.
Exactly. Like, what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Is that a little bit of an Italian accent coming out there?
No, I mean that's an Italian catchphrase, but I wouldn't ever do.
I know it's an Italian catchphrase. I just thought I detected a little hint of an Italian accent.
I've been told every
Italian
single accent I try sounds like I'm trying to do an Indian accent. So yeah. I'm not sure if it was like I'm not sure if that's true or not, but like I've heard it from quite a few different people, so I have to assume that there's some truth in it. So like try to do an Irish accent, it's like, oh, is that an Indian accent? Like no, I'm not.
We need to hear your Irish accent now, really, don't we?
Well, I don't want to insult two different groups of people at the same time. Yeah, like there's like have images of Codewalkers being maligned in both Ireland and India. It's like hated by both groups.
I'd be happy to get any kind of if I'm honest. I would quite happily take maligned in India. Because that also suggests that people know of you and don't malign you in other places.
No such thing as bad publicity. Fair enough.
Yeah, I've never heard you do an accent. That's a good point. Aside from like you're obviously a normal voice, and you do your Nigerian accent at the time.
Yeah, I mean that's
which
always.
I will say does not sound good.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It wouldn't sound massive. It's always a weird one, but like, because it depends. Anyone who's got two cultures will notice that depending on who you're with, the accent becomes stronger. So when I'm talking to my parents or when I'm in a group of Nigerian people, it's noticeable that my voice and my accent will start to change.
Yeah,
it's it does. I don't know. It's weird. It's just one of those weird things.
And then your accent now, though, it's like it's pretty like plain, isn't it? I couldn't place you like geographically in the UK based on how you talk.
No. The accent comes from living in Nigeria, where I mean it's changed now, but back in the day, like it's everyone's dealing with homeschooling at the moment. We're having a conversation today with about little one. It was like someone saying, "Oh, I feel so sorry for her. It's really boring, having to do stuff online." And I was just looking at it going, "I don't feel sorry for her at all." Like when I was a kid, when I was the same age, I was starting school in Nigeria. On my first day, I got caned. It doesn't happen these days, but I remember.
Sounds like a good first day.
No, it was an awesome first day. Like, how many things could possibly go wrong? Like, and the thing is, I'd been transplanted from. I think I just started primary school in Cardiff, and I had a fairly strong, sort of Cardiff accent.
Yeah.
And like Cardiff is Cardiff. You kid, you mess around, you joke around. There's no, education was, if you can read and write, you're doing all right. So that's what anyone cared about. So go from there, where you're just messing around, playing, and then as long as you turn up for assembly, you're a good kid, to like the Nigerian school, which was like, all right, so we got to stand outside, sing the national anthem, march into the classroom, like full military style, a bunch of 6-year-olds.
Really?
Yeah. So I didn't know what I was doing, like bumping into people in the line. I was trying to be friendly and crack jokes, like, oh, I know how I'm gonna make friends. I'm gonna be joking, like just straight away, like teachers like looking at me, going, "You, what are you doing? Why are you talking?" Just like really aggressive as well. And when you're 6 from this country, unless life is really hard, you don't expect that level of aggression. But like I remember starting school in Nigeria, like the teachers were super aggressive, like in your face shouting, and you could get caned for every. So first day I got caned for being too slow. I got caned for being too fast. I got caned for puffing my cheeks out disrespectfully. That's the one that sort of that was the one that kind of broke me, and I was kind of like, yeah, there's no. I was trying to. What are the rules? Like, what mistakes am I making? Like, why am I getting beaten all the time? And it's just like, you boy, you're puffing your cheeks at me disrespectfully. I was like, you just hate me then. All right, fair enough. There's no way. All right.
Maybe they were just like they were trying to like the new kid from Cardiff or whatever, and they were like trying to set you right from the start.
Yeah,
so
I think
you knew where you were.
There were 1 or 2 of them that you could tell. Like there were some of them that came, like it was just a thing. You got beaten if you were a kid, but some of them did it because they were supposed to. Some of them did it because they enjoyed it. Like there was, I mean, I don't know if I told you the story. There's a guy called Mr. Emperor. That was his real name. Nice. Genuinely, his name was Mr. Emperor.
Was he a rapper?
He wouldn't have been
like an
he wouldn't have been a good rapper.
Or
like
penguin.
he was like a pencil neck guy with like a really thin mustache. Like he looked like an Italian gigolo who worked in the post office. Like that's how he looked, like sort of short hair that was a little bit slicked, pencil mustache, like little sharp beard like that. Yeah. And I remember him because, and anyone who's watching this who went to school with me, you might remember that. Mr. Emperor had 3 canes on his desk, and he gave them names, like the full-on freak. He had names for each of these canes. And depending on how much you'd annoyed him, he'd use either the thin one for like a quick sort of like I don't like you, whoosh, a quick one like that. If you've really annoyed him, then he'll use the middle one. I think that was called Dr. Pepper. He called the cane Dr. Pepper. I'm not joking.
And what was the first one called? What was the thin one called?
I want to say Mr. Snake, but I'm not sure. It's weird. I know it's weird, but he named it. I know the middle one was called Dr. Pepper. I think the first one was called Mr. Snake. I can't remember what the last one was, but the last one was the one where if it was a quick, like a small thing, you got Mr. Snake. If you'd messed up properly, it's Dr. Pepper. And you had to put your hand out to be cane. So you have to come to the front of the class, put your hand out like that, and they just whoosh, like that 3 times. Like 3 quick whacks to your hand, and you're just holding it. It's like, I'm not gonna cry. And you walk back to your chair. But if it comes out like this, and it's like you're a kid, someone does that, you flinch. So if you flinched out of the way, and he'd do it on purpose, sometimes he'd like pretend, and then you'd flinch.
Really?
Yeah. So that's what I mean by this guy was like fully, he wasn't right. So that's when the last one comes out. And I was just like, it was just a stick. It wasn't even a cane. It was just a stick with little knots in it and stuff. And he'd just give you 1 whack with that, and that would break skin. It was horrible.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Ben,
I don't feel sorry for him.
Sorry, Ben. I'm just on the stream now, and it says waiting for Codewalkers.
Uh-oh.
That's some good chat you're on the wrong thing. It's running where I'm at. So we're all good.
Okay.
I was going to say that was a waste of good pain and chat. But yeah, so like I was saying, I'm not feeling sorry for the kids at all. Like, I get it. It's not ideal, like having to do stuff from home. Trust me, it could be worse. Stop complaining.
Okay, so Sean, can you tell us briefly what the latest lyric writing video is about? Just sum it up.
Yeah, so the one that we sent out 2 weeks ago now. So when we put out 2 weeks ago, that was about rap techniques, different ways to develop your writing, different styles. We covered metaphor, simile, using different styles to create imagery, and yeah. So I'm not going to give too much away. Make sure you have a look at that video. It's nice and short compared to previous ones as well. And yeah, we had some good ideas come through again from our celebrity and co-writer Luke. And yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Excellent. Thanks again, Luke, for sending stuff in. Really appreciate it. I think you're gonna wrap some of Luke's words now.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some of Luke's.
Got your beat ready. And then maybe give him some feedback afterwards.
Cool.
And see how he's coming along.
All right, let's do it. Luke, I'm always in it for the greater good. And you know it's better when we live in friendly neighborhoods. I never turn in the back like a savior should. The nerdy loser that you didn't like, though you're from the same hood. I know I got potential, I keep it in my mental. Web shoot the ones who need it, they ain't on my level. Wasn't sure what I become, I know that I'm essential. Keep it private and really confidential. Never be defeated, they won't even see it. Something inside me will never stop until defeated. They will see who they bully, who they beaten. Got the motive of a hero, no evil could weaken. Always jumping into action when they need it. See, the one I will be to keep the people see me breathing. Gotta keep them, let them know the truth they be feeling. Now they got somebody to believe in. Yeah, good lyrics. Not great execution on my part. Messed that up a few times, but yeah, I love it. I did love those lyrics.
They're really good. From my perspective, and obviously this isn't my thing really, but the rhythm of them seemed really good. I think that's improved since the earlier ones that he sent in. The flow of them seemed a bit less natural on those.
Yeah.
And that one sounded like it flowed really naturally.
Yeah.
And the kind of the rhythm of it, the syllables and everything worked really well. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, no, definitely. I was sort of looking through it, and we got that sort of personalization there. Discussing the idea of being a savior. Again, I'm loving the whole Marvel connection all the time, but this time it was a lot more subtle. So he didn't name check any heroes, but it's obvious who he's talking about. And there's lots of little sort of hints in there. Nerdy loser from the same hood. Friendly neighborhoods, massive hint there. There's about Spider-Man. Web shoot the ones who need it.
Why is that Spider-Man reference?
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is like a classic, comic book catchphrase of his. So back, back in.
I'm just your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's a Stan Lee. That's a proper old school Stan Lee, comic reference. And
nice.
Yeah, and then sort of going through. So he's definitely got the idea there. He's got the character. It's a full-on story with lots of hints about who it is. And then, like you said, the flow was really good. The rhyme scheme was good. Using metaphors, using similes, and also just a bit more of an attitude as well. So I think it worked on lots of levels. It really sort of came together nicely.
Cool. Are there any specific lines or any specific metaphors or similes that stand out to you as working particularly well?
I think the fifth line, that's when his flow really starts to move. So when he's sort of I know I got potential, I keep it in my mental. So that one sort of jumps out to me because it kind of changes the rhythm and it's just got a nice flow to it. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. It does work really well, that line, you're right. Excellent. Cool. Any advice? Is there anything based on that specific one? Is there anything you'd might think about, or do you think he could do with working on?
I think he just needs to keep doing what he's doing. I can't, because in previous ones it was a lot easier to sort of give him advice and say there's where you need to improve. This one's really hard. It's really hard for me to find something. I think this is where you got to take a step back. I think when you, as a critic or as someone who's supposed to know what they're talking about, because there's always that idea you have to say something. You've got to give them something to improve on. No, you don't. This is good. I'm happy with it. I like it. I enjoyed it. There's nothing I'll change about this. The only thing I'd say is just as you go on, just extend it a bit more. Maybe have longer lines and try and maintain that, consistency. So that's the only thing to go for, really. Just having 3 stanzas with solid stanzas that are like this. But now I'm not going to be one of those people that's like, no, you got to find something bad to criticize. No, it's good. There's nothing wrong with it.
That's cool. It's great, and it's been great to see like the improvement of the weeks that he's been sending stuff into us.
Yeah.
That's like the whole point of why we're doing this.
Yeah.
And we're not going to do many more. I think maybe one more. But yeah, it's great that it's kind of get to a stage now where you're like, yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, well done, Luke, and thanks a lot for sending it in again.
Cheers, Luke.
Can't wait to hear the next one.
Yeah.
And as Sean says, get in there now. So, brilliant, excellent, cool. Ben, any thoughts?
I was trying to share the right link for the stream, unfortunately. So I didn't really take much of it in.
No worries.
So, okay, but if you had just based on your general knowledge and like life experience, if you had one bit of advice for Luke, what would it be?
Just keep on going.
All right. Basically, what Sean said.
Yeah, in 3 words.
Much shorter, and much more concise.
You didn't even need to listen to the rap or anything. You just give the same advice. Fine. Okay, let's move on. So I got an email from my mum yesterday. Dear Dav, here is the complete Nightcat if you want to use any of it. I would like to ask Sean how I could have made the last verse or any of it more interesting. I seem to go back to the more monotonous pattern of the first. It's not inspired but ground out, and I think it shows.
That's harsh.
So you haven't seen this before. You haven't seen this version before.
No.
So we're gonna get you to rap it first, and then
Okay.
maybe you can give us some advice. I don't think like there's a problem really with grinding stuff out because like. I mean, you don't always feel inspired to create something,
Yeah.
but I think it's really important that when you don't keep inspired, you keep working. Because, like, as you said, as Ben wisely said, keep going.
Yeah.
Like 99% of it is just keep plugging away and keep working at and developing your craft, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like even if you don't feel like it,
Yeah.
it's the people who are consistent who make a success of it at the end. Okay, well, this is so long. I'm gonna have to put it in 2 different posts. This is the first one.
Oh wow, that is long. Actually, no, that's not too bad. Oh, this is just one half of it.
No, it looks like a lot, doesn't it, on Zoom? There we go. There's all of it.
Okay, right.
So, cue music, and we'll get the potentially final version of the Nightcat.
Okay, right. So I'm gonna do this one, no preparation. All right, so that's part 1 of the Nightcat, and then part 2 is like proper experimental, not even hip hop, it's spoken word. True beat poetry. Alright. Alright, okay. Nightcat.
Okay. I just love the anticipation before you wrap something that you've never seen before. It's brilliant.
Yeah. Alright. Which beat should I use? Same one I just used or a different one?
Yeah, I just use the same one.
I don't know. I didn't realize we had more than one.
Had
beat.
option. Well, I got the same one from last week.
Yeah, playing different ones.
Yeah. All right. So just the same one I just used.
Yeah. I was digging that one. It's cool.
Okay, cool. All right, here comes the Nightcat from MC Dabson. Thematically dark, thematically real. Here we go. 1, 2, 1. Well, I woke up in the night and I thought I want a bite, so went out to the kitchen to get myself some chicken. There on the mat was a strange enormous cat with eyes of emerald green, the biggest ever seen, and he stared at me and said, "You should get back to bed." I said, "This is my kitchen, I only want some chicken." He said, "I'm here to stay, you will do just what I say. The first thing you do is get me chicken too." The cat that sat on my mat, he's always there, he's in my hair, he doesn't get, he wants me there to bear his need and feed his greed. Rhythm change, he's so strange, he got silky hair, no mange, such a picture won't change from his groove. He is faster every day, he ignores the words I say, he just knows he's the master in my pores. Cat of the night, I let him win without a fight. The python of an incubus is crushed by dust of dust. Not in my house no more, just mouse on the floor. I can't disobey, nothing there is mine. He sat tight and right on my mat in the night. How was I to know he would grow and grow and grow if I leave him in control? Where's the hole to hide my soul? Can I creep from underneath? Now he's crushed me so deep. Whiskers, eyes, tails and claws, furry paws, tyrannized. Well, billow, smother, choke, nightmare breaks, I awoke. That's the end.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey.
Brilliant. You did ever so well.
Yeah,
to
that was
get
really
the
good.
end of that.
So actually, that I don't think that was
nice.
bad. So, like there's some
And
proper like difficult rhythm changes there. Like
there
Yeah,
was.
it's
What do you know? What
nice.
I really liked is the line "rhythm change." He's so strange.
Yeah.
Because it's that like thing that rappers sometimes do when they're like referencing.
Yep, drop the
It
beat.
gets a
Yeah.
bit meta, and they're referencing like what's happening in the actual song.
Yeah.
Which I think is very like in the style, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. No, that's another because I remember I mentioned like Busta Rhymes last time, but something I've really been getting into lately is Nick Cannon's "Wildin' Out" on MTV, and you can see like loads of clips on YouTube and Facebook, and basically it's like classic improv games where you have to like just make stuff up, but everything has to be rapped. So every single game has to be rapped, and it's so if you want to see people like just using like improvisation skills and seeing how they can come up with lyrics on the spot, that's a really good one to watch. And kind of like in terms of the style, this I think MC Dabson's got a little bit of a little bit of improv style to it. Yeah.
Nice. What was that you were saying again? What's the thing if people want to go and check it out?
Nick Cannon's "Wildin' Out" or "Wild and Out." It's on MTV.
Wild and Out.
Yeah.
I would not have spelt it like that based on what you
Yeah, well,
just
yeah,
said.
it's like you always hear it sounds like "wildin' out," but it's "wild and
Wild
out"
and
or "wild and out," hip hop style,
Wild
and
Wild
"wild
Out.
and out."
Cool.
Cool. So anything based on her like specific questions about feeling that it was monotonous?
I mean, I suppose if you wanted to check, because I think maybe the reason it feels monotonous is because of like the dark theme. Kind of it does get sort of darker and darker. So you got two choices. You can either kind of flip it and sort of do the whole it's just a dream, or make it really silly, or actually just lean into the grind and like really push that, make it even darker. I mean,
Yeah.
the cat's got massive, so maybe the cat dies, or the cat's eating the body. He's crushed the person. The cat's crushed you underneath, and now that's a classic thing. It's like you die in a house full of cats.
So you're saying take it darker.
Take it even,
You're
yeah.
saying there's
Make it even darker. Yeah. The cat's a murderer.
it's a bit of like Lewis Carroll. It's quite surreal, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like, massive cat coming downstairs in
Yeah.
the night. And then we find out at the end it was all a dream.
Mm.
I thought there was some really nice lines there.
Yeah.
If I leave him in control, where's the hole to hide my soul?
That's pretty. Yeah, I like that.
That's a cool line. And there, I thought there was some really nice rhymes a bit earlier on that I liked too, but I can't find them now.
What, Chicken and Kitchen?
No, it wasn't that one so much.
I quite like the need, feed, and greed. That's quite good. Like an internal
because
rhyme there.
and it breaks things up a bit, doesn't it? Because it's like variation, because it's not something that we've had before.
Yeah.
And I think part of the reason that something like this feels monotonous is that there's no hook, there's no chorus, and obviously we haven't been discussing that, and that wasn't the point, right? But when you have a chorus that comes down round like every now and then, it's something for the ear to latch onto, isn't it?
Yeah.
So like if you listen to a rap song, any rap song, even if it's the best verses in the world or whatever, if you just have verses for 3 minutes or whatever, like I think it's gonna feel monotonous.
Yeah, I think
or
that's
very likely. I'm sure there are exceptions, but
yeah. The only exceptions would be like rap battling. Obviously, there's no hook for that. But then you sort of that's always limited to that 16 or 32 bars. But if you're looking for a full song, yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. You know, especially sort of when you had hip hop starting to evolve from hip hop into, I guess, more kind of what we consider rap now. Especially like if you think in sort of mid 80s, maybe definitely early 90s, and all of the rap songs tended to have a really sort of soft, kind of like a soulful chorus. So that's where you had like you've got the rap, and then you've got you got the person featuring on the track, and you just got like an amazing vocalist just singing that chorus. And that's when we're talking about variation, you can't have a bigger variation than sort of angry gangster rap, and then
it'd be a sample
singer.
or something, wouldn't it? Normally,
Yeah,
made into a
absolutely.
hook.
Yeah, and that's a classic style.
In the chat, Adam says that Chicken and Kitchen.
Cheers, Ad.
Nice. I don't know if he means as a rhyme or whether that's
the general
like two things that
general statement.
I assume it's a rhyme. Cool. I was going to say something else then. Oh yeah, what's your favorite? Just to finish off for today, what are your guys' favorite rap hooks? So it can't be sung, but like, what's your favorite rap hook? My favorite is Road Man, Cold Man, gotta get there. So it's not really, but it's up there. It's up there. That's all I'm saying. What about you guys? What are your favorite rap hooks?
Oh, that's put me on the spot.
Yeah.
Now.
I don't know if anyone in the chat's got one as well.
Yeah.
Put it in.
I mean, for me, it's definitely going to be either a Missy Elliott, something to do with Timberland, or probably another Busta Rhymes track. And again, Busta Rhymes is probably one of the few people who can get away with not needing a hook for the chorus. He can actually his raps just make brilliant choruses anyway. But yeah, there's that track he did. I think it's "Fire It Up," and that was using the Knight Rider theme song in the back as the backing track, and that had just the chorus on that. Just kind of it just starts to raise up, and there's no way you can hear that without wanting to shout along with it. So for me, that's a hook that you either want to sing along to it, or it just starts to get your heart beating faster. You want to shout it as well. So in fact, probably there's about 3 or 4 Busta Rhymes tracks that have that level of chorus. You got "Fire It Up," "Give Me Some More," and I mean, I don't want to say "Woo-ha" because that's
Beastie Boys, that kind of thing as well.
Yeah, I mean, I like Beastie Boys. They've got good
choruses.
Yeah,
no,
they
do.
They do.
Good not sung choruses.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'd agree. There's nothing wrong with those, but for me, it's got to be Busta Rhymes. Yeah.
Finley Davis says 6ix9ine. I don't know if that's a song or a band or
As in Takeshi?
Maybe
You for
I'm
real?
too
If you're
old
talking
for it.
about Takeshi, we got problems, man.
He spelled it 6 with a number and then X and then
Yeah,
9,
he's talking about Takeshi.
My favorite is Linguistics by Cunning Linguists. Have you heard that track?
I haven't heard that one.
It's quality. There's like a Mozart sample in it or something, and it's awesome.
I think I know the one.
I played it. I probably played it to you guys before.
Which Mozart?
I can't remember. I'm not even sure if it's Mozart. I think it's Mozart though.
It's just classical music.
No, it is.
It's famous classical music.
Therefore, it must be. What about Thou Shalt Always Kill, Daniel Sax-Scroobius Pip? Do you remember when they go just a band, just a band, just a band? Like that. Do you know that song?
I would have heard it, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
It's so good. When I saw them at Glastonbury one year, and like during that track, like the whole crowd were doing it. Brilliant.
Okay.
But just something repetitive, isn't it? Something catchy, something repetitive.
Yeah.
That lets people kind of sing along to rap in the way they would to other styles.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, not being an like aficionado.
It's the same with like Jay-Z,
kind of
Jay-Z or
like.
something. He puts a lot of hooks in his songs.
Yeah. If you're having girl troubles, I feel
bad for you, son. I got ooh. You know what? Yeah, I'm still gonna have Busta Rhymes as having my top hooks, but Linkin Park featuring Jay-Z, that whole album.
I haven't
Damn, that one that will just burn a hole through your soul. That's fantastic. There isn't a single track on there that doesn't make me want to just get a baseball bat and smash something to pieces. Like anytime, just if you're lacking motivation, I can't believe
if you're lacking motivation to smash something up, that's what you need.
That's what you need. Ooh, there's another good one. Adam F and Redman.
I've not heard that.
Adam F was UK based. Like, was he drum and bass? Was he? I'm not sure what you. I mean, dance, but he's just a really good producer. And Redman is like full on hip hop royalty from New York. Came up around the same time as Wu-Tang Clan, and he and Method Man from Wu-Tang, they've had a few albums together, just the two of them. So he's like, he's really high up there in terms of respected MCs and artists. There's a movie on Netflix as well that's he and Method Man did called How High. I'll leave that to your imagination what that's about. But it's a good, it's a good film. It's a good slacker film, featuring hip hop artists. But yeah, Adam F, Redman. Literally, the song is called "Smash Some," and that track is when you're ready, when you're lacking in motivation. You know what? I'm gonna put that down as my alarm. There's no way you can hear that without wanting to get up and just headbutt the wall.
One bit of advice I've come across is never put a song that you like as your alarm, because you will not like it for much longer. Just because like the associated emotions of being woken up by this song will make you hate it.
I don't know. See, for like when I worked in a particular place that I wasn't really happy about, and I hated everyone that I saw, and
that shall not be named.
And I dreamed about running over some of my colleagues on the way to work. Those days, my alarm clock was.
This is the bit that's getting clipped for the Facebook and Twitter.
So
I can imagine the catch.
You know who you are.
Sean calls out former.
It wouldn't be a fair fight. I can, it's not even close. That's why, there's like, if you can win the fight, there's no point in fighting. That's a proper call out there. UK rapper starts beef with his old workmates. There's some fat guy in the suit. Yeah. You talking to me? I'll meet you on the corner, blood.
Well, if any of those former colleagues,
you know who you are.
Just is, they know who they are. If any of them would like to maybe get revenge in the form of a rap battle, I'm sure we can set it up and have that on our stream.
That's so good. Oh, yes.
We can do it online as well.
Yes. I will battle every one of you punk. So,
okay.
What was I saying?
Leave it there before anyone gets in any serious trouble.
Yeah, what was I saying though? There was a point. There was a point I was trying to make, and I've completely forgotten about it now. Alarms,
yeah.
System of a Down. That was what was it? Which track was it?
Chop Suey?
I think it was. Yeah, no, it would have been Chop Suey. And that was my literally 3 years. That was the only thing that would get me out of bed, and I still love that track.
Nice.
It's just got my heart pumping, like ready. It's like, okay, I'm gonna see these guys today.
Really?
I'm ready to fight.
I'm ready to.
I can imagine just after like 2 mornings of that, I just be like, oh man, I hate this. Why do they keep waking me up?
I love it. I love it. It was just like it was like my battle cry. I felt like I had them, behind me. It's like, come on, let's get up, wake up.
It sounds like you're a very different person in the morning to what I am.
Oh, so, the person I need to be. I'm definitely more like I'm chill. I want to sleep. I want to. These days, I just roll over and like, yeah, let's have some coffee. But then, when you know what you're facing, you can't go into battle chill. They're just gonna walk all over you. You got to be ready to fight.
Okay, let's leave it there. That was we talked a little bit about rap and a lot about random stuff, but it was fun. Big thanks to everyone who joined in the chat. It's great to get some interaction and hear what people's opinions are on things. So definitely keep them coming. We'll try and keep an eye on it as much as we can. What have we got coming next? We got one more video in this series, lyric writing series, coming
Friday.
Out next
Friday.
week. Friday. So keep your eyes peeled for that.
That'll be the last one, I think, isn't it?
We also have a new Codewalkers track, and it's the first new track for ages, and that should be finished this week. So we're going to look at getting that out soon. So we're all really excited about that because it's been way too long, and we can't wait to get some music out to everyone.
Okay. Yeah.
For sure.
So check that out. In order to help us get that music out to everyone, head over to our website, codewalkers.uk /store, and we're selling t-shirts and CDs for a really reasonable price a minute. It's the best way to support us, apart from just sending us money direct. If anyone's up for that, we can give bank details. But everyone would feel more comfortable around if we just go do it through the website and give you something in return.
Get a t-shirt.
But either way, get a t-shirt. They're cool t-shirts. They got our logo on, and you can show all your friends how cool you are. You've got a Codewalkers t-shirt, and I'll tell you now, there aren't many of them, so it's a really correct item. There aren't many of them, and there are even fewer people who have them. So yeah, get in there while you can. Anyone else got anything to add?
Wrapped it up quite well, I think.
Like we did there.
Okay. Nice.
I've been thinking about that for the whole series.
It's definitely
have you? Oh, nice.
No, not really. Cool.
All right.
Okay. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah.
Hopefully see you again next week. Even after the series is done, or even if we're not streaming about rapping, we're going to stream some songwriting or maybe some other random stuff as well.
Yeah.
So we will be streaming every Monday at 8 p.m. So make sure you come back next week, and hopefully we can get to know you guys a bit.
Awesome.
Nice one.